In this presentation, I will be going over branched chain amino acids in bodybuilding supplements. To give a little background on branched chain amino acids, there are a total of 20 amino acids that comprise the muscle protein. 9 of the 20 are considered essential amino acids, or EAAs for short, meaning they cannot be produced by the body in physiological significant amounts, and therefore are crucial components of a balanced diet. Muscle protein is in a constant state of turnover, meaning that protein synthesis is occurring continuously to replace protein loss and as a consequence of protein breakdown. For the synthesis of new muscle protein, all of the essential amino acids along with the 11 non-essential amino acids, or EAAs for short, that can be produced in the body must be present in adequate amounts. The branched chain amino acids leucine, isoleucine, and valine are 3 of the 9 essential amino acids. Leucine is not only a precursor for muscle protein synthesis, but also may play a role in a regulatory of intracellular signaling pathways that are involved in the process of protein synthesis. So what are branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs for short? Well, a branched chain amino acid has an aliphatic side chain with a central carbon atom bound to 3 or more carbon atoms. There are 3 main BCAAs used in supplementation. These 3 are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Over here you can see the structures of leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So, what are they used for in supplementation? Well, it is believed that BCAAs have a unique capacity to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, and therefore give an edge in muscle recovery. It is recommended for optimal uses of BCAA supplementations. They should be taken right before your exercise bout, immediately following, and before bed. The theories behind these are taking it right before helps with energy during your exercise bout. Immediately following helps with recovering your muscle tears, those little micro tears you get while you're working out. And before bed helps with muscle recovery while you're sleeping. BCAAs do something called muscle protein synthesis. There are 5 enzymes that play a major role in the synthesis pathways for isoleucine, leucine, and valine. These 5 enzymes are threonine dihydrogenase, acetohydroxy acid synthesis, keto acid reduction isomerase, dihydroxy acid dihydrogenase, and aminotransferase. There's a lot of controversy over whether BCAAs work or not. There has been studies of muscle protein synthesis in rats that have limited relevance to human responses. Skeletal muscle comprises a much smaller percent of the total body mass in rats as compared to humans, and regulation of muscle protein synthesis differs in many respects. So, in their landmark book on protein metabolism, Waterlow and Associates concluded from available data that dietary amino acids do not stimulate muscle protein synthesis in rats. While recent work has challenged this assertion, The limited stimulatory effect of dietary amino acids on protein synthesis in rats reflects the fact that under normal post-absorptive conditions there are excess endogenous amino acids available to enable an increase in protein synthesis. If the activity of an intracellular factor involved in the installation of a protein synthesis is stimulated. Expressed differently, muscle protein synthesis in the rats is apparently limited by the initiation process rather than the translation process. In contrast, as will be discussed, that does not appear to be the case in humans. Another important distinction between studies investigating the effects of amino acids on muscle protein synthesis in humans and rats relates to the methodologies of common use. The flooding dose technique has usually been used in rat studies. This procedure involves measurements of the amino acid tracer into muscle protein over a very short time, of often as short as 10 minutes. This approach does not distinguish between a transient and a sustained stimulation of protein synthesis. Only a sustained stimulation of synthesis is relevant to what we're concerned with. Consumption of an imbalanced mixture of amino acids such as the BCAAs may be transiently stimulated protein synthesis by utilizing endogenous stores of the other precursors of protein synthesis. To conclude, the sales of branched-chain amino acids as nutritional supplements has become a multi-million-dollar business. At the center of the marketing for these products is a widely believed claim that consumption of branched-chain amino acids stimulates muscle protein synthesis, and as a result elicits an anabolic response. Branched-chain amino acids may also be consumed for the purpose of improving mental focus, but that's not to be considered in this. The primary purpose is to evaluate the assertion that BCAAs alone are anabolic and is adequately supported either theoretically or empirically by studies in the human subject. So, with inconsistent human studies on branched-chain amino acid, it is hard to say if its use in bodybuilding supplementation is worth the extra money. The only real way to figure it out is to experiment with it, see if it has any positive effect on your performance while working out or in sport. Works cited: Wolf, Robert, in Branched-Chain Amino Acids and Muscle Protein Synthesis in Humans, Myth or Reality, a journal on PubMed, and also WebMD was used. Thank you for watching.